Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we are learning Python through a Hello Python series. Today is day 34 and we are going to start with dictionaries today. So let's get started. So great everyone, now let us start with our dictionary data structure. So it's a very important data structure honestly, and Python is like actually I would say very generous to give it to you. In other languages we have hash maps in C++ and Java, so that we normally have to include or import from some other library. Now before actually we learn about the overall dictionary data structure, I would like to first intuitively explain you that why is this actually required. Okay, so till now we of course have, I would say, a way through which we can store things, right? We have seen list, tuple, sets and everything. So why exactly is this dictionary required? Now pay attention here everyone. So if you have a question like write a program to count occurrence of each word in a sentence. Okay, for example, this is a sentence: hello Python is the best Python series. Now if you want to actually find, okay, and I hope it is, so please comment and let me know on that as well. If you actually want to find the number of, I would say, words, okay, which are coming into this particular, let's say, sentence, then what you will have to do, if let's say we are using any other data structure or something, there we don't have any control over keys, right? So in any other data structure we don't actually have any control over keys. Okay, in sets we know that duplicates are not allowed. In list, okay, if you want to count them, what's going to happen is that you can maybe store the words, okay, like this. So this is, let's say, the first word hello, then this is Python, something like this. Okay, now if somehow we would have any control over, like let's say I could say that, hey, this particular thing, okay, this particular thing I could have control, like we know that this index by default is 0 1 2, something like this, right? So the problem happens if I basically go by that index, I will have to create, like there are actually so many words, right? So maybe I can start and say that, okay, and the word can be any long, right? So it is not just you have to handle just these 3-4 words which are there in the sentence. It might happen that, okay, you are saying that, okay, I will store a occurrence of a here, b in the second index, c at this third index, then d, something like this you can do. Then of course you will start with ab, okay, then maybe AD, AC, then AD. But I hope you got the idea till now, right? If we are doing something like this, okay, and if we say that, okay, each and every of this particular location or index will have the frequency of that word. Okay, so let's say somewhere around the line there Python will come, right? Now let's say you store 2 here because Python is coming 2 times in the last sentence, right? Python. So now I hope you are able to see, and of course we have, as of now we have not even counted the capital and the small thing, right? So I hope you are able to see that what the major problem is. Okay, so you can have any sentence, how much long, okay, and you cannot control that, okay, how I would say, because you cannot control the keys. Okay, what I mean by keys is these indexes. Okay, so it is always going to be something like this, right? 0 1 2 3. okay, let's say it is coming at some 1 lakh something, 1 lakh 5 or something there. So you cannot control them, right? So what actually this is like, I hope you're able to understand that why is this a problem, right? Because we have so many words, so many different combinations, like we cannot make a list like this where we can say that, okay, each and every of these let's say index or location or key, they will be having the value or frequency of that particular word. Okay, so that is where majorly our dictionary comes into picture. So dictionary in a real sense is just the way we had dictionary in I would say, yeah, so that is actually where dictionary comes into picture, everyone. Okay, so dictionary actually gives us the benefit of controlling our keys as well as a value. Okay, so let's say if we have a key, like let's say is a word, I can control this and what value I want to store for this particular, I would say, key. It is very analogous and I would say exactly equal. So if you would have ever I would say picked up a dictionary, because now it's very rare because everything is available online. So in the dictionary, okay, like Oxford Dictionary, it was very famous. What used to happen was that we used to have a key or a word, and for that word we used to have its definitions. Okay, so instead of now, I would say, dealing with indexes or position or anything, okay, it was basically in the form where each and every, I would say, word was written. You can go and see its meaning. Okay, so you first search by this particular surprise, let's say, word here. You will search for this surprise and you will see this meaning. Okay, so the dictionary in a very similar way is something like this only. So it's key value pair. Okay, now key can be of any type and similarly value can be of any type. Okay, so here we can have actually the value as list as well, Key similarly, that can happen. Of course, a single key will be there, of course, right? So not multiple surprises. So that is where what now dictionary help us to do. They are known as hash map as well in other languages. The understanding is same, that now I can just create. So now doesn't matter how long my sentence is, it doesn't matter to me. I can just create these keys. One second. Yeah, I can just create these keys, and in front of them I can have, okay, how many times they are coming. Okay, so that helps me a lot in story. I would say saving lots of spaces. So earlier when I would have to make this infinitely long list and do everything by index. Now I am sure that, okay, I can just directly search if this particular word is there. If not, I will just create it, or any key basically for that matter, and that's gonna basically I can assign a value to it as well. So that value can be a boolean, integer, list, or any other thing as well. Okay, so now let us move forward, everyone. So dictionary in Python, it is also defined by using, I would say, this thing, using your curly braces, the way sets was defined, just that we have to provide both a key and a value. Okay, everyone. So dictionary Python is a collection of items in form of key value pairs. Dictionaries are defined by initializing key value pair inside or using a dictionary function. So let us see that, everyone. Let us just create our first dictionary. So yeah, let's say if I create D1, okay, I can create something like this. Python 2 hello 1. Okay, now pay attention. The type is dictionary. It's not a set because I have provided key value pairs, and I can get for this particular key. So just the way I search it, I can get to that, okay, what is the count. If I just find for any other key which is not present, it will most probably give an error that key is not there. So we will have some other function get or something, maybe we are going to see that. But yes, it just tells you, and you can create and basically add items to that as well. Okay, so let us now see that on notes once. So dictionaries are, Python is a collection of items in form of key value pairs. Dictionaries are defined by initializing key value pair inside this particular curly braces or using a dictionary function. So dictionary characteristics, okay, very important to understand now. Since Python 3.7, that actually has been done quite recently, the dictionaries are ordered. Though honestly, I would still expect you to work and not I would say fall back a lot on order of the dictionary, because if you actually pay attention, what happens is that in the backend, okay, still we are dealing with keys. So always whenever you are writing any logic, please make sure that you're writing that with respect to the key which you have added in that particular dictionary. Similarly, they are changeable. Okay, so you can change items into that, you can append that, you can remove the items. If let's say a particular Python, we saw that it has having 2 values, we can change the same as well. We can make it 200 as well. And it do not allow duplicate, and I should have maybe I think write one thing here. So it doesn't allow duplicate keys. Okay. Of course, 2 words can have same manner. So in our dictionary as well, we used to have something like this, but duplicate keys are not required, not allowed. Okay. So you can see this word. Okay. So let's say name Mayank, age 30. So here what is happening? Now let us now try to make this dictionary overall. Second, yeah. Okay, so name, one second, yeah, D2 is equals to name, let me make it string, name Mayank, and I can make age 30. Let me just do that, yeah, cool. So now if you're going to see D2, if we see D2, you're going to see this is having a name, this is having an age. Now a very good, I would say, benefit with Python again is that these can be, each and every separate key value pair can be of any type. So maybe today, tomorrow I can make something like this. Let's say gadgets, something like this. Okay, so gadgets, I can make it a list. Okay, so say iPad, Android, okay, some magic pencil, anything. Just the approach is that, yeah, you can do it like this. So each and everything, right, each and every key and value, they are separate, or I would say different from each other. Like it is not that key should be string and value should be let's say a list only. That is not the case. That is normally the case in C++, where you have to define that, okay, what you want your keys type to be and value type to be. But that is not the case in Python. Python is very flexible with that. So you can define these, and you can define this as well, words. Okay, you can make dict. So you give a key name, then you give a value. So like this also you can define the same. So now let us see some other thing. Accessing dictionary items. Dictionary item can be accessed using key, though ordered. Okay, post event 7 version, indexing and slicing doesn't work. Okay, so again, one of the very, I would say, few things. So just for an example, let me overwrite it, no worries. Yeah, cool. So we saw that if anything is ordered, we can do something like this, right? But here it doesn't make sense, like, because anytime you are passing anything here, it actually, I would say, see that as a key. So if 0 is present here, that is fine. If it is not, then it's a problem. The second I add, let's say 0 to be some 1 lakh, Okay, and now I run it, I will be able to get that value 1000. Okay, so indexing and slicing doesn't work. Okay, even though they are ordered. Now that is different because ordering has been recently introduced in dictionary, as we can see. And again, as I said, please make sure that all the logic which you are doing, that is in line with the keys which we are adding. Similarly, we can access it using this directly. So once we have, I would say, the square brackets, we can access that, okay, if something is there or not. Yes, you will be getting an error if that is not present. Okay, and we will see how we can handle it. Now let us see dictionary operations. Now again, dictionaries are, if you will think of it, dictionaries are actually iterable, right? The reason they are iterable, because you can pick up things one by one from them. So dictionaries are actually, I would say, iterable. Now let us just try to write a loop. Okay, now you have, of course, have an idea about loop as well. So pay attention everyone. For let us see what it's going to give us. Is it going to be key or value? So for let's say item, or let me take k in D2, print k. So we are seeing that by default it is giving preference to keys. Okay, so if I just provide a loop on D2, it is giving that particular preference to keys. Okay, now there of course should be a way. So we have few methods which we are going to see in the next class as well, but let me show you few of them because they are very intuitive. We have this keys method which is going to give us all the keys. Similarly we have this values method which is going to give us values. Okay, so if you want to actually loop over values, you can do something like this as well, d2 dot values. And now when you print it out, you're going to see the values instead. Okay, so I will just repeat what has happened here. d1.keys and d1.values are two methods which are available to us. Okay, so using d1 we can get the values and the keys and the values. By default, keys are normally returned, that we have seen here. So if I don't write anything, it is just returning me the keys. Okay, d1.items is actually a very good thing. So let me show you that as well. So now what if you want to access both of them? So you know that you can access keys directly or by using keys, values by using dot values, but you can do something like this as well, which is a lot used. K, or let me write full only, key value in d2.items. Okay, so d2.items, and now if I print something like this, so I think you know F formatting as well, let me use that. So let's say key and value. So now if I print this, see, it is able to print everything like this. Okay, so I'm able to access both of them. It returns a tuple. So I can just show you that what it actually returns. It returns a tuple like this. Okay, so it's kind of returning a list of tuples which you can further access. Okay, we can see the type of this as well. I think it is list only. So it is a dictionary items. Yeah, makes sense. It is actually, I think it was written as well. So some inbuilt type, but should be fine. Okay, d2.items. But you can use basically inside it, everything is a tuple. So what you can do is you can use K and V. So if you remember, I told you about this, and I would say unpacking and packing of tuple, right? So that is what is getting used here. And that is very, very important to understand, everyone. That, yeah, that is the reason that we are learning about all these things, right? So dictionary, D1 items, and we can access all of them. Okay. So this was all on the, I would say, dictionary, everyone. Now please remember that this is going to get used a lot. In the next class, we are going to learn about its functions. Okay, and 1 second. Yeah, great. So in the next class, we are going to learn about functions and methods of dictionaries, and we are going to also see that why dictionary is very much useful. Okay, so there is a JSON format, file format of JSON. Not file format, like file format as well as I would say information exchange format. So we are going to use and see that, okay, why exactly is dictionary and what is the relation between them? Because JSON, the way JSON is actually, I would say, used, it is actually a dictionary in Python. Okay, so that is going to help us a lot in lots of things. Okay, cool then, everyone. So I hope all the basic intro and idea about dictionary is clear. If you have any doubt, please make sure that you comment it, and I'm going to make sure that I clear your doubt. In the next class, as I told you, we are going to learn about functions and methods. Okay, please make sure that you are understanding each and every of these data structures, and please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Like share it with anyone who is trying to get into Python or learning, or I would say starting their programming journey, because I feel the way I've made all these videos, they will be very much helpful to anyone who is starting his programming journey. And let us meet in the next class. Thank you.